Hi Pisces, my name is Luciani. I'm transitioning into Ascending Synergy Tarot. Thank you guys so much for coming to this channel. This is going to be a tarot reading and oracle advice for the month of August 2019. Thank you again for coming to this channel. I appreciate your energy. And we're just going to get right into it. For my beautiful Pisces, what messages do we have for our beautiful Pisces spirit guides? Okay, excuse me. We got some wanting to jump out. Alright, that's too many. I'll do one more though. So we have the first one, 19, coming out, breaking down to 20, which is, 20, which is, 1 plus 9 is, wait, excuse me, sheesh, I can't even, I'm sorry, 1 plus 9 is 10, excuse me, which is breaking down to 1. So there is just some really great magic coming in for you guys. This is like the 0 point in life. This is the beginning. These are things that have been completed. This is you coming down to your point of origin. This is the final stage of anything that was conflicting. This is forgiveness energy. This is forgiving someone, including ourselves, for a transgression. It's not a commitment to forget the transgression. It's a willingness to release yourself from the bitterness or the anger that keeps you attached to the impact of it. This is also allowing us to return to a wiser and stronger spirit of ourselves. And to achieve this kind of grace, we must deconstruct the process that leads us to what we're experiencing, and then also forgiving ourselves and all others from that 0 point. Another great idea of forgiveness is just gratitude. Really, really being grateful. Because the recognition of the gains made from any obstacles in our path, being thankful not only for the betrayal that happened, but also your fortitude in overcoming it, and the confidence that now wells up inside of you. This is really deep healing here. This is just releasing, being more neutral, grace, and having that gratitude energy here. 45, again, completion. There's something that I feel like could have been long-standing here, and some of you guys are really looking to either forgive some people in August that really kind of betrayed you. I feel like you're in this neutral space to hear them out now. Because you realize that it was a lot of synergy that also could have taken place. There could have been some type of powerful divine relationship and harmony that you had with someone else. This is really welcoming you to get like a higher standard of self-confidence, support, and resources. This is willingness to move out of hibernation too, or isolation at this time. August is a time to really make a huge impact on all of the things that are in your life. Pisces, this is learning how to work in group dynamics. This is really teaching us patience and perseverance, cooperation. How do we make peace of situations or current situations we could be in August? This is really, really really working together, like a lot of working together. Group dynamics is here. I feel like something that you felt like was very divine once was broken because of some sort of betrayal, And I feel like you guys could be walking into August I feel like it could have been a miscommunication. Now you're open to listen, and now you're able to really synergize with them from that kind of space. Let's pull some tarot. Oh, okay. To see what messages that we have. Yeah, already it's telling the story exactly what this is. It feels like a relationship that we really felt. Yeah, a lot of wow. August is about healing a relationship, Pisces. Whether this is the relationship with yourself, for your equilibrium, personal power, harmony, forgiving yourself. This feels more or less with a connection of someone who really broke our heart. This is like the point of reference of this Three of Swords, where we could have really been left heartbroken and really rejected, or we have rejected others, and it really threw us off from. It could have been in a group setting. For some of you guys, there's a couple of messages here. One for sure is a divine connection that you had with a soulmate that you're looking to reconnect with, okay, and bring a whole new spark back into this divine connection. You're coming up in your own reading with the King of Cups here. This is a Scorpio energy, but this also could be classified as Pisces and Cancer. This is just really you being empathetic. You could have stayed kind of been on your own for a while. I'm getting a little bit of a single energy here, or someone else where they're just really working on themselves, creating emotional stability for themselves, really just looking to be using their creative energies for healing tactics. Anything that they creatively pursue, it helps with the facilitation of healing. But throughout this August month, I feel like here's again Pisces energy. Here we go to have the Hangman. It's like a change of perception here. This is you just sitting with yourself, looking at things on such a different level, and I feel like you're just looking at either the group of people that you used to hang out with that were just not collaborative, or a group of co-workers, a group of people that we were working towards a goal with, and you could have found out that they were double dealing, or something that could have felt like a transgression of some sort here. This also can feel like this happened in the past, where now we're looking at now maybe perhaps delays, not really seeing what the future embody, and we really do need clarity on the situation. I don't feel like we necessarily have that clarity just yet. Something is clouding our way of seeing things that are coming up, the visions that we are embodying that we're not necessarily seeing clearly on. It can just because we're just still in a space of healing, still things that could have rejected us, things that are just really distasteful. You could be in a partnership that could have started off really beautiful, but then you start realizing how distasteful it was, and something could have happened where someone's pride and arrogance and is really getting in the way of the connection, or just the lack of collaboration, something that's really petty going on. And I feel like you're just trying to forgive them for their ways, or vice versa, and really looking to really synergize the connection, because you really feel like this could be a partner that you want to be with. I do see a very beautiful love energy here, a very divine connection here, that you guys both feel the same way about each other. In the smack dab of the reading, there's a healing component to this. Really start off things that new, things that could have been, that betrayed you. I feel like this is like a past energy. I don't know. This is really interesting. Let me clarify these. But I definitely feel like someone really betrayed us, and we're in this space of just realizing it's time to put the weapons down. It's time to maybe really communicate. I feel like you don't know how to communicate with them. Someone could be getting silent treatment, or coming out of silent treatment, and getting someone to now to communicate with you, or you doing that with someone else. But something here is being justified. I feel like you start to realize through your meditations, through just sitting with yourself, if you're in a current partnership and you're realizing, wow, I could have been betrayed in the past by someone I thought betrayed me, but this is way worse, and now I really want to go back to my ex and really hash things out, because what I thought was bad wasn't even as bad as what I'm experiencing now, is what I'm getting here. And I feel like you could have really thought maybe someone from your past was your partner. But another message I'm getting is that you guys are in committed relationships. I feel like what is on the outs, things that could have, wow, okay, let me clarify these energies, hold on. Yeah, I feel like there's a third party situation too. I am getting this energy of someone being involved with someone else, and that was the betrayal that we're looking to forgive them on. And we're really trying to unblock ourselves. We're in this space of August is beautiful for you guys. You guys are really healing from something that really was hard to. Yeah, wow, this is really powerful. There's a lot of transformation going on, and you know the transformation is the true test here. Really things that really felt like they fell out. You're really coming like a phoenix out of the ashes. You're gaining your power back, Pisces. You're knowing how magnificent you are. You're creating that space for balance and peace, and really knowing how to balance two different energies at the same time. Someone could be balancing two people at the same time. I do see that here for a select few of you guys, and really trying to see whether or not you're going to forgive them. I feel like you forgive yourself by leaving. For some of you guys, it's like, how do I go about this situation? How do I learn more about this situation? How do I learn to not ignore what's happening, or not using my intuition for the things that I know that needs to be more in balance of who I am as a person? If this is financially, if you guys are in group settings where someone is not really synergizing and harmonizing and really come and bringing that kind of space to you, I feel like really changing your perception here of things that are justified, things that are that you're coming from an unbiased level, to maybe release them, because you're starting to realize like their mediocre behavior is not to be tolerated on some things, some goals that you really truly want to manifest in a very powerful way. I feel like if you guys are in committed relationships, I feel like there's deep healing taking place here. It's not easy. I don't see this being easy in the least bit. I feel like you guys could be going to counseling, really just to get the spark back, or just really talking through your emotions and how you guys feel individually with a counselor, someone wise. I see two kings here, King of Cups and King of Swords. I feel like these two masculine energies are like really managing yourself in a better way, really taking the time to take your emotional body into consideration with your intentions, with your intuitive mind, but also be very, very clear mentally to cut any cords that are no longer serving you, and also making decisions that's based off your mental and emotional capacities. And really digging deep here, because the High Priestess is in the reverse, so we have to really be mindful of like only seeing the shadow tell of things. If it's not really, if this is something that you have to release to gain your beautiful nurturing energy back, your spiritual abundance, your spiritual wealth back, it is time in August. That is for sure. This is why it keeps coming up, because we're no longer want to be in frustrations or irritations, or this is commitments where we're just wanting to unblock ourselves and heal ourselves from things that really like felt like a soulmate connection here. There's just someone that is just could really have a lot of like other, not even other options, but I feel like like there's a lot of forgiveness after things that just were like third party situations. I have to just be mindful of this, because it's coming up quite frequently here, and you have to do whatever makes you feel good, Pisces. What is justified, what is your integrity. And I feel like a falling out of a relationship that was extremely beautiful for you, now we're like really looking at it in a different way, because I feel like you could have been in another relationship, and now you're realizing, oh my goodness, my last relationship was not as bad as I thought it was. It's like a reminder of how beautiful your divine connection is with someone else, or just in your dynamic now. So let's get some, okay, we got a message. So this is some spiritual advice here that we have. So we have She-Wolf, unleash the wild within. Yes, I love it. And let go of the need to be right. Peacekeeper. Okay. So what the advice I feel like is saying here, Pisces, is it's time to take action. And I'm talking about really take action on things that are just no longer serving us. Being very courageous is very important at this particular time in August here. She-Wolf is that type of energy where we have to be extremely mindful of our talents and desires here. This is also guiding us to our rebellious energy here. It's like something that has to be broken so that you can go beyond at this point here. If you feel like you've been holding back anything that's your hopes or dreams just because of a group of people that you could have been working with, or in a relation to that, you're being encouraged to chase after your dreams and hopes now. This is helping you track down what direction you want to go in. Okay, the life you want is really here. You got to go after it like a hunter, I'm getting here. But in that same space, and that's just for a few of you, because I feel like there's another complete different energy here where with Peacekeeper, what I'm getting off this particular energy is that we have to really be mindful of forgiveness and how that actually is facilitated, because once we choose peace and happiness over the need to be right, it's like we have to dissolve proving a point so that we can save our energy for what's important. And anything that could have been like a stressful situation, I feel like this is a time, more important at this time, to avoid any arguments or heated discussions where we know that be fighting a losing battle. There's a much more power in choosing to move forward from a higher perspective here. So there's choosing peace, is really calling us right here. There's a lot of healing that's taking place, and once that healing takes place, you start to see things from a different perspective, that you're realizing that it wasn't as bad as you thought it could have been once you learn how to communicate yourself better. Or this is someone externally feeling like that towards you, okay? But for the sake of the reading, this is how I'm going to read it. You're starting to master communication tactics and what could come up as an incapacity for you. This is coming out of isolation now. This is kind of like really putting yourself out there, Pisces, okay? So I'm going to stop there. Thank you so much for your time and energy and your love and support. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.